welcome to your June 2019 episode of Out of the Vault. If you are new to my channel, let me just say welcome. It is a pleasure to have you, and for all of you returning, I'm sure you're all excited to talk Disney once again. So yes, I know that Toy Story 4 is right around the corner this month, but I figured that that was going to be a movie I was going to end up seeing in July, so I saved the review for next month. So I thought today would be a good day to pull another film out of the Studio Ghibli library, and this one is one of my personal favorites, and it's also one of the most well-known. It was also one of the first Studio Ghibli films that made it to the United States, not under the Disney banner in all of its glory, but of course John Lasseter would let everybody know that this movie was around and that people should buy it and take a look at it, and that of course is the fifth Studio Ghibli film from 1989, Kiki's Delivery Service. This movie has a wonderful cast. Not just does it only have Matthew Lawrence, Kirsten Dunst, Janine Garofalo, the late Debbie Reynolds, and of course the legendary comedian Phil Hartman, in, to my opinion, one of his most charming performances as a cartoon cat who also happens to be Kiki's little feline companion Gigi. But we also have some of the most well-known voice actresses in this film, including Pamela Adlon, Kathy Suchi, and Tress MacNeille. So this movie is the story of a little girl named Kiki, who happens to be a witch in this world, and witches are not those boil, double toil and trouble kinds of deals. These are nice little girls that try to explore to find a town where they can establish themselves when they hit the age of 13 to be a good giver and provider and helper in society. So this little girl, Kiki, decides that now is her time, but she doesn't go to a quaint little town. No, she wants to go to the big city where all the adventure and the hustle and bustle is. And that's when she basically gets hit in the face and realizes that trying to make a name for yourself in a place that is filled with people and nobody's really going to acknowledge you is not as easy as it seems. But she does find out that there are good people in the world that are willing to believe in her, give her a helping hand, and give her all of the ability and strength and self-confidence to get her to become the great witch that she wants to be. This movie, from the first time that I saw it to the time that I saw it in recent days, is without a doubt one of the most adorable, funny, and charming movies in the Studio Ghibli library. There is nothing to dislike about this film. I love the characters so much. They are cute, they are funny, they are filled to the brim with charm. There are so many great moments in this film, from funny to dramatic to exciting to epic. It's just everything that you want in a good movie. Another great thing about this movie is the beautiful palette. The colors are bright, the buildings and the artistry that was done to make this grand city is just absolutely incredible. Also, there are moments in the film where festivals actually take place, and you see the bright colors of the balloons and the confetti, and you also see the gigantic airship that's shown in this film. It's just full of whimsy and fun and grandeur. It is just one of those beautiful eye candies for the soul. Although, there is actually something that is not in this movie basically right in front of your face in black and white, and that is the main protagonist versus main antagonist story. It's there, but it's very, very subtle. And you want to know what it is? The protagonist and the antagonist is Kiki herself. She is full of hope, full of smiles, and just wants to make a difference and be a good witch. But her self-confidence is what constantly drags her down in a big city with so many troubles, so many challenges, and not really sure how she's going to face them or how she's going to overcome them. And it even gets to the point where it not only breaks her down mentally, but it also breaks her down physically. And through the kindness of others, believing in her, they give her the strength to believe in herself, and in the end of the movie, while you don't necessarily get true closure, but then again, when it comes to most Ghibli films, you don't really get that, but that's what makes it so great, especially when it comes to these slice-of-life stories. They don't necessarily give you a totally fresh beginning, but they give you a starting point, and then they give you an ending in that snapshot, and then you have to try and figure out where the adventures are going to lead next. And you even get a little bit of what happens afterwards afterwards in the credits, which is also another charming thing. If you have not seen Kiki's Delivery Service and you call yourself a fan of these wonderful films, you have to see this movie. It is definitely one of Hayao Miyazaki's best directed films. It is just one of the most feel-good and positive movies in the library. I cannot stress that enough, especially like myself, if you've seen some of the hard-hitting ones like Grave of the Fireflies or some of the most heavy-hitting topics like Only Yesterday. This is definitely one of those Studio Ghibli films that will just put a plain old, good old-fashioned smile on your face. I am going to give Kiki's Delivery Service a very strong 4 stars out of 4. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave your comments in the box below, and let's discuss Kiki's Delivery Service. And I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.